is gonna be a bit different. If you can check my videos, I did nail tapping, I did soft spoken, many things like that. But today is gonna be a bit different because I'm just gonna be reading in English, which fair enough. I've been living in England for about 10 years, so that will be alright. However, remember that I'm Spanish, so I do have probably a strong Spanish accent, and we are gonna start with one book that I've been learning by heart for about 5 months. In order to get the British nationality, I had to learn by heart a book. This book, it's called, let me show you, Life in the United Kingdom. So, in order to get the British nationality, you need to pass a test, and this test, you have 24 questions, which you can only miss, if I'm not mistaken, you can only fail 5 or 6. So, anyways, I passed the exam, and now I got my British passport. So, tonight I'm just gonna read a little bit about this book, and I'm sorry if I'm just making a lot of mistakes, but as you know, I'm Spanish. So, we're gonna start with Henry VIII. There we go. After the victory in the Wars of Roses, Henry VII wanted to make sure that England remained peacefully and that his position as king was secure. He deliberately strengthened the central administration of England and reduced the power of the nobles. He was thrilled and built the monarchy's financial reserve. When he died, his son Henry VIII continued the policy of centralizing power. Henry VIII was most famous for breaking away from the Church of Rome and marrying 6 times. To divorce his first wife, Henry needed the approval of the Pope. When the Pope refused, Henry established the Church of England in his new church. The king, not the Pope, will have the power to appoint bishops and order how people shall worship. At the same time, the Reformation was happening across Europe. This was a movement against the authority of the Pope and the ideas and practices of the Roman Catholic Church. The Protestants formed their own churches. They read the Bible in their own language instead of in Latin. They did not pray to saints, and they believed that a person or relationship with God was more important than submitting to the authority of the church. Protestant idea gradually gained the strength of England, Wales, and Scotland during the 16th century. In Ireland, however, attempts by the English to impose Protestantism alongside efforts to introduce the English system of laws about the inheritance of land led to rebellion from the Irish chieftains, and much brutal fighting followed. During the reign of Henry VIII, Wales became formally united with England by the Act of the Government of Wales. The Welsh sent representative to the House of Commons, and the Welsh legal system was reformed. Henry VIII was succeeded by his son Edward VI, who was strongly Protestant. During his reign, the Book of Common Prayer was written to be used in the Church of England. A version of this book is still used in some churches today. Edward died at the age of 15 after ruling for over just 6 years, and his half-sister Mary became queen. Mary was a devout Catholic and persecuted Protestant for this reason. She became known as Bloody Mary. Mary also died after a short reign, and the next monarch was her half-sister Elizabeth, the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. When it comes to Queen Elizabeth, she was a Protestant. She reestablished the Church of England as the official church in England. Everyone has to attend the local church, and there were laws about the type of religious services and the prayers which could be said. But Elizabeth did not ask about people's real beliefs. She succeeded in finding balance between the views of Catholics and the more extreme Protestants. In this way, she avoided only serious religious conflict within England. Elizabeth became one of the most popular monarchs in English history, particularly after 1518, after 1888, when the English defeated the Spanish Armada, a large fleet of ships which had been sent by Spain to conquer England and restore Catholicism. Well, it's quite funny this point because I was born in Spain and I came to England as well, and I'm Catholic as well. But to be honest, I do respect any kind of religion. Personally, I've been to different kind of churches, Catholic, Protestant, and I do have many friends from different denominations. I have to say that I'm a religious person, and I do respect everything when it comes to reading the Bible. I know we all have different views. For example, as the book is saying, I know Catholic people, they pray, or we pray, for example, to Mary, while the Protestants, they focus more on the Bible. Personally, I do think both are right. But let's carry on with the reading, please. The Reformation in Scotland and Mary, Queen of Scots. Scotland has also been strongly influenced by Protestant ideas. In 1560, the Protestant Scottish Parliament abolished the authority of the Pope in Scotland, and Roman Catholic religious services became illegal. A Protestant Church of Scotland with elected leadership was established, but unlike in England, this was not a state church. The Queen of Scotland, Mary Stuart, often now called Mary Queen of Scots, was a Catholic. She was only a week when her father died, and she became queen. Much of her childhood was spent in France. When she returned to Scotland, she was the center of a power struggle between different groups. When her husband was murdered, Mary was suspected of involvement and fled to England. She gave her throne to her Protestant son, James VI of Scotland. Mary was Elizabeth's first cousin. I hope that Elizabeth might help her. But Elizabeth suspected Mary wanted to take over the English throne and kept her prisoner for 20 years. Mary was eventually executed, accused of plotting against Elizabeth I. It's a very interesting book, and I remember they can be very picky when asking questions, because they can ask you really about many different things, from history, politics, sports, Olympic Games, music, and it took me, as I said, probably 5 to 6 months to read to learn everything by heart. So, well, if you guys like the idea of me reading books here, I will be more than happy to keep doing this job. So I hope you guys like it, and let's see in our next